Good. So today we are going to start with grade 7 maths. So you have to find the lessons on aplusstudents.com. There you have to log in using your email address and password. Then you have to scroll down to grade 7 maths, and we are going to start with the second chapter, that is integers. So we are going to start with chapter 2, that is integers. So let's start with the very first topic, that is understanding integers. So let's start with examples. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important points on your notebook. So please follow the instructions. Let's start with the very first topic, that is understanding integers. So basically, what are the integers? You can note down the definitions on your notebook and pencil. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil. So let me write down the definition of integers on the board. So an integer is the number. Okay, integers are like whole numbers, but they also include negative numbers. Like 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then you have negative numbers, -1, -2, -3. Okay, so on the right hand side of the 0, you have all positive numbers, and they are increasing as they are moving going far from 0. Like the next number is 4, so 4 is greater than 3. Got it? So right after the 4 you have 5. 5 is greater than 4. So as you are moving far from 0, the numbers are greater and greater. Got it? And for the left hand side you have all negative numbers. And for the negative numbers, as you are moving far from 0, the numbers are getting smaller and smaller. Like you have -4, the next one is -5. So -5 is smaller than -4. Got it? So you can note down the definition of the integers. So integers are the whole numbers, like whole numbers, but they also include negative numbers. Got it? So on the positive side, the numbers are increasing. As you are moving far from 0, the numbers are getting greater and greater. And on the left hand side, as you are moving far from 0, the numbers are getting smaller and smaller. Got it? Okay, let's start with examples. So have you note down the definition? Okay, I'll wait for a while. Be quick, please note down. Okay, let's start with the examples. Okay, what integer represents the scenario? Which integer represents the scenario? And the scenario is 7 people leaving a long line. So Basically, you need to see if you can represent this value in a positive number or a negative number. Got it? So positive numbers can represent gain or increase. Positive numbers represents gain or increase, but the negative number represents loss or decrease. Got it? Presents loss or decrease. So just look at the scenario. The scenario is seven people leaving a long line. So just look at the word leaving. Leave means you have a loss. Got it? Leave indicates loss or decrease. So you can represent this with a negative number. So this scenario represent by -7. Got it? Okay, the next example is one candle increase in volume. Okay, the next example is 1 gallon increase in volume. So see the word increase, that means it's a gain. So gains are always represented by the positive integers. You can write either the positive sign or without positive sign, so it would be same. Got it? Okay, the next example is $9 discount. So discounts are always decrease. Got it? So they represents negative. You can write them as -9. Got it? Okay, on the top right corner you have a test button. Let's just start with test. Okay, we are on chapter 2, integers, and in the very first topic, understanding integers, we have to start with the test. Okay, the first one is which integer represents the scenario removing 8 plates from a stack. So is it positive or negative? It is negative. Removing means it's a loss or decrease. Got it? So loss and decreases are always represented by the negative numbers. So it would be -8. Got it? So select the correct option. -8 is the correct option, and then click on the OK button. Okay, which integer represents this scenario? 1 gallon increase in volume. That's one. That's the same question I just did on board. So all increases are always represented by the positive number. So it represents the positive one. Got it? So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is $4 price reduction. So look at the word reduction. What does reduction means? It means it is increase or decrease. Yes, reduction is a decrease. So it would be represented by the -4. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, which integer represents this scenario? 3 degrees warmer today than yesterday. So that is it positive or negative? Yes, warmer means the increase in the temperature. Got it? So it represents the positive value. So select the positive number and click on the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, which integer represents this scenario? A puppy grows 2 centimeters longer. So look at the word longer. It's an increase. So increases are always represented by AS, by positive numbers. So it is 2 and select click on the OK button. Which integer represents this scenario? Removing 5 cars from a train. So is it positive or negative? It is negative. Removing means it's a decrease or loss. So you have to represent by negative number. Got it? Okay, which integer represents this scenario? $9 discount. So discounts are always decrease. So you can represent them by a negative number. Got it? select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, which integer represents the scenario 8 degrees above 0? So above 0 means it's an increase in 0. So increases are always represented by the negative numbers. So it's then 8 and click on the OK button. Okay, which integer represents this scenario 10 pounds increase in weight? So look at the word increase. Increases are always represented by the yes negative numbers. So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, losing three buttons off from your off your jacket. So losing me lose it's a decrease. So just select the correct option. Negative 3 represents the correct option and then click on the OK button. Okay, giving away six candies from a candy dish. So giving away means it represents a decrease. So it would be negative 6. Got it? Okay, 9 more inches of rain this year. So more means it's an increase. So you can represent the increases by the positive numbers. So it's then positive 9. Got it? Okay, you can complete the test later today. I'm moving on to the next lesson just by clicking on the back button. So if you have any problem with the topic, any confusion, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Got it? Okay, let's start with the next topic, and the next topic is absolute value and opposite integers. Okay, so let's start with the next topic, that is absolute value and negative integer and opposite integers. Sorry, not negative. Opposite integers. So what are the opposite integers? You can note down the definition. So first we have to write the I'm going to write the definition of opposite integers. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important definitions. Got it? So first, let me write down the definition of opposite integers. So opposite integers are the same distance from 0, but in the opposite direction. Like for example, you have to find the opposite of 5, negative 5. Like you have an example. What is opposite of negative 5? So you have to find the opposite of negative 5. So it would be same distance from zeros on the other side. So it's a negative number. So the opposite of this number is positive side. Got it? Same distance from 0, but in the opposite direction. So opposite to negative is positive. So it's negative 5, then it would be positive 5. Got it? Okay, let me write down the definition of absolute value. You can note down the definitions, please. Absolute values are positive or 0. The absolute value of a number is its distance from 0. Got it? And there are always positive values. No negative values are included in absolute value. Got it? For example, you have to find the absolute value of 5. So 5 is already a positive number. So the absolute value of 5 is 5. Got it? That this is the sign for the absolute value. You can write it like this. absolute value of 5. So absolute value of 5 is 5. Absolute value of negative 8 is 8 because the absolute values are positive values. Got it? So if it is positive, the answer is positive. If it is negative, then absolute value is positive. Got it? So make sure note down the definitions on the board. I'll wait for a while. Please be quick, note down the definitions. Then we'll start doing the test questions. Okay, let's start with the test questions. Okay, in the top right corner, you have the test button. So let's just click on the test so that we can do some of the practice questions. Okay, the first one is okay, let's go to the test. Here you have test. Okay, what is the opposite of 1? So is it positive 1 or negative 1? Yes, it is negative 1 because it's the same distance from the 0 but on the opposite side. So opposite side of the positive is negative, so it would be then negative 1. Got it? Okay, select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, what is the opposite of negative 5? So the opposite of negative 5 is it is positive 5, the same distance from 0 but on the opposite side. So the opposite of negative side is positive side, so it would be then positive 5. Got it? Okay, what is the opposite of negative 8? So the opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, then what is the opposite of 4? Opposite of 4 is, yes, it is negative 4. What is the opposite of negative 4? Opposite of negative 4 is, negative 10 is, yes, it is positive 10. Got it? Opposite, it's on the opposite side. Like if it's a negative 10, so the opposite then opposite is positive 10. Got it? So what is the opposite of 6? It's negative 6. Got it? The opposite of the positive number is a negative, same number with negative sign, and the opposite of the second number is positive number is the same number with negative sign. So what is the absolute value of 5? Yes, absolute values are the positive numbers, so the absolute value of 5 is 5. What is the opposite of 6? Opposite of 6 is negative 6. What is the opposite of 1? Opposite of 1 is, yes, it is negative 1. Okay, what is the absolute value of 7? So absolute value of 7 is, yes, absolute values are the positive numbers, so it is 7. Select the correct option and click on the OK button. What is the absolute value of 2? So the absolute value of 2 is 2. So keep this important point here in mind. Absolute values are the positive numbers. Got it? So it is 2. Okay, what is the absolute value of negative, or what is the opposite of negative 5? So opposite of negative 5 is, yes, it is positive 5. Got it. Okay, what is the absolute value of 3? Absolute value of 3 is 3, because the absolute values are the positive values. What is the opposite of 7? Opposite of negative 7 is positive 7. Got it. Okay, what is the opposite of negative 1? Negative 1, opposite of the negative 1 is, yes, it is a positive number. Positive 1. What is the opposite of negative 9? Yes, opposite of negative 9 is positive 9. Select the correct option and click on the OK button. What is the opposite of negative 6? It is positive 6. What is the absolute value of negative 4? Yes, the absolute value of negative 4 is, the absolute values are always positive numbers. So, absolute value of negative 4 is 4. Got it? What is the opposite of negative 6? It is 6. Got it? What is the opposite of 9? Yes, it is negative 9. So we are done with the test. So let's just move on to the next lesson. Got it? The next lesson is, just click on the back button so that we can integers inequalities with absolute values. Okay. Integer inequalities with absolute values. Okay, let's start with the topic. Okay, so which sign makes the statement true? Negative 8 and the absolute value of negative 8. So which sign makes the statement true? First, write down the this absolute value into the answer. So we just did with the topic absolute values. The absolute values are always the positive values. So the absolute value of negative 8 is 8. Now you need to put a sign of less than, greater than, or equal to. So negative 8 is less than 8 or greater than 8. Yes, negative numbers are always smaller than the positive numbers. Got it? So negative 8 is less than positive 8. Got it? Okay, let's do another example. The other example is the absolute value of negative 9 and 9. So the absolute value of negative 9 is 9, and 9 and 9 are equal. Got it? Okay. Then you have negative 5 and absolute value of negative 5. So what is the absolute value of negative 5? Yes, the absolute values of negative 5 is positive 5. So negative 5 is less than positive 5 or greater than positive 5? Yes, it is less than. So keep this important point here in your mind. Absolute values are always positive values. Got it? So what, no matter what number written inside the absolute value, the number answer is positive value. Got it? Okay, let's just do some of the practice questions. So on the top right corner, you have a test button. Let's just click on the test button. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Is it less than, equal to, or greater than? The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. So negative 5 is less than 5 or greater than 5? Yes, negative 5 is less than 5. Got it? Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Negative 6 and negative absolute value of negative 4 and absolute value of negative 6. So what is the absolute value of negative 6? Let me write it down on board. Negative 4 and the absolute value of negative 6. So absolute values are always positive. So it's a positive number. So negative 4 is less than 6 or greater than 6. Negative numbers are always smaller than positive numbers. So negative 4 is less than 6. Got it? Okay. So just select the correct option and move on to the next question. It is less than. Okay, the next one is 7 and absolute value of negative 7. So the absolute value of negative 7 is, yes, it's a positive number. So 7 and 7 are equal. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Negative 0 and absolute value of 0. So the absolute value of 0 is 0. So negative 2 is less than 0 or greater than 0? Negative 2 is less than 0. Negative numbers are always smaller than 0. Got it? So negative 2 is less than 0. Okay, 8 and absolute value of negative 4. So the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. So 8 is less than 4 or greater than 4? 8 is greater than 4. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of 3 and 0. So the absolute value of 3 is, yes, it is 3. So 3 is less than 0 or greater than 0? 3 is greater than 0. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? 4 and absolute value of 4. So what is the absolute value of 4? Yes, the absolute value of 4 is 4. So 4 is equal to 4. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, negative 1, absolute value of negative 1 and negative 3. So the absolute value of negative 1 is, yes, it's positive 1. So positive 1 is less than negative 3 or greater than negative 3? Positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. So positive 1 is, yes, greater than negative 3. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? 9, absolute value of 9 and negative 9. So the absolute value of 9 is, yes, it is 9. So 9 is greater than negative 9 or less than negative 9? 9 is, yes, it is greater because positive numbers are always greater than the negative numbers. Got it? Okay, negative 2, absolute value of negative 2 and 3. So absolute value of negative 2 is 2. So 2 is less than 3 or greater than 3? Yes, 2 is less than 3. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Negative 8 and absolute value of negative 8. So absolute value of negative 8 is, yes, positive 8. So negative 8 is less than positive 8. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, 5 and the 5 and absolute value of 5. So the absolute value of 5 is 5. So 5 is equal to 5. Got it? Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of negative 5 and 2. So the absolute value of negative numbers are, yes, they are always positive numbers. So 5 is greater than 2 or less than 2. 5 is greater than 2. Got it? Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of 6 and negative 1. Yes, 6 is greater than negative 1. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? 6 and absolute value of negative 6. The absolute value of negative 6 is 6 and 6 is equal to 6. Got it? Okay, negative 5 and the absolute value of 2. So the absolute value of 2 is 2. So negative 5 is less than 2 or greater than 2? Yes, negative numbers are always less than the positive numbers. So negative 5 is less than 2. Got it? Okay, which sign makes the statement true? Negative 9 and 9. So negative 9 is absolute value of negative 9 is positive 9. So the both of them are equal. Got it? Okay, which sign makes the statement true? So the absolute value of 8 is, yes, 8. So 8 is greater than 0. Got it? Okay. And negative 5 and absolute value, negative 7 and absolute value of negative 7. So the absolute value of negative 7 is 7. So negative 7 is less than 7. Got it? Which sign makes the statement true? Absolute value of negative 4 and 4. So the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. They are equal. Got it? So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, we are done with the test. So let's just move on to the next lesson. Just click on the back button so that we can on the next topic. So the next topic is integers on number lines. Okay, type the missing number. So you're given with a number line on which you have the numbers from negative 7 and 0. So you have this way you present the numbers, like on the right hand side you have all positive numbers, like here you have from 0 to 7, and on the left hand side you have all negative numbers. So it doesn't matter if you represent only the positive side of the number line, and if you represent only that depends on the requirement of your question. Got it? Okay, so you have to type the missing number. So which number is missing? 2. The number right before the missing number is 2, and right after is 4. So which number is in between 2 and 4? Yes, it is 3. Got it? Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Which number is in between negative 1 and negative 3? The numbers are adding by just the interval of 1, like 0. 0 plus 1 is 1 and 1 plus 1 is 2. For each next number you have to add 1. So negative 1 and the next number is negative 1 between negative 3 is, yes, it is negative 2. Got it? Okay, type the missing number. So just look at the number line. It is 0, 1, the missing number, and 3. So which number is missing? Yes, it is 2. Got it? Okay, scroll up. Let's just click on the back button so that we can do test questions, so that we can do practice questions. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? 3 or 2? Yes, we have 2 on the number line. So the correct option is 3 because you have 3 in between 2 and 4. Got it? So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? The missing number is in between 6 and 8. So which number is it? Yes, it is 7. Got it? Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? The number that is in between 0 and 2 is? Yes, 1. So just 1 is missing. So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Is it -1? No, -1 is already on number line. So the missing number is -2. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, 3 is already on number line, so 2 is missing. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Which number is next to -2? Yes, it is -3. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. Which number is in between -3 and -5? Yes, -3 is already on number line, so it is -4. Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is after 4? Yes, it is 6. Got it? So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Oh, that's the same one. The correct option is 5 because right after 4 you have 5. So the missing number is 5. Got it? Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Which number is next to -4? Is it -6 or -5? Yes, it is -5. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Which number is next to -5? Yes, it is -6. So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. Which number is in between 3 and 5? Yes, it is 4. So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, which number is missing? Type the missing number. Which number is in between -1 and -3? Yes, it is -2 because they are increasing by 1. Got it? Okay, so type the missing number. So which number is in between 0 and -2? It is -1 because 1 is already on number line. Got it? So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is in between -2 and -4? Yes, it is -3. Got it? Select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, type the missing number. So which number is missing? Which number is in between 2 and 4? Yes, it is 3. So the missing number is 3. Got it? Okay, we have done with the top test. So we have covered 4 of the topics today. We are working on integers chapter 2. The topics we covered today is understanding integers, absolute value and opposite integers, integer inequalities with absolute values, and integers on number line. Got it? We have done 4 of the topics today. You can complete a test for these lessons later today or right after the call. So, right after the session, if you have any problem with these topics, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? Also, where you have to find the lessons, you can find them on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password. Then you have to scroll down to grade 7 maths, and we are doing this chapter 2, that is integers. Got it? So that's all for today. See you in the next class. Bye.